I am pleased to introduce this year's student speaker representing the class of 2024 bachelor's candidate, Kellin Hanas.
Hello, friends. Thank you, thank you. Class of 2024. What happened? What happened? I can't even remember. I need a refresher. I mean, the last thing I remember is sitting on my couch in 2020, graduating from high school in my pajamas, and then shoveling an entire pint of ice cream into my face. And now you're telling me that we have college degrees? Let me back up. Some of you I know very well, but some of you might just know me as that jazz trumpet girl. Or maybe you've seen me leading an army of kazoo Christmas carolers past your door in Anderson Hall. Sorry if we woke you up. But most of you probably know me as an RA, a resident assistant, right? That's right, parents. This is the person who's been taking care of your children while they're away. And by the end of this speech, you'll either feel relieved or extremely alarmed by that. Today is a huge day for us. It's also a daunting one. It's a day of uncertainty, as we've heard all throughout today's commencement. Class of 2024, we are no strangers to uncertainty. Some of us moved to New York City alone at 18 years of age during a global pandemic. What a fantastic combo that is, right? Not to mention that some of us had to quarantine for 2 weeks before even coming to school. Do you remember the first day of freshman year? All of us poking our heads out of our door frames to say hi and make friends because we weren't allowed within 6 feet of one another. Even to this day, sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat thinking that I got a close contact email from COVID response. Do you remember the math that you would have to do in your head when one of your friends got COVID? We'd sit in our rooms having little panic attacks, making intricate maps of everyone we've ever interacted with, and be like, well, I saw Audrey in the cafeteria today, and she was negative. But she saw Becca, who saw Zoe, who saw Grace, who saw Anthony, who saw Ben, and Ben tested positive, so I definitely have it. Girl, calm down and eat a sandwich, you're probably okay. And when we talk about this, we laugh about these experiences. But we all know how hard it was. And we know that our experience was extremely individual. A lot of us never got closure to the life that we lived back home. And just as quickly as the pandemic changed everything, we moved here to start a new chapter of our lives in a world where nothing was a given. And of course, it wasn't just COVID-19 that caused us to question whether or not this day would come. Regardless of whether you are an undergrad, a master's, doctoral student, even if you're not graduating today, everybody in this room has pushed through and triumphed over personal struggles. Maybe you've lost a family member during your time here, or maybe you've struggled financially. For me personally, the theme of uncertainty had struck in my health. About a year ago, I suddenly became very ill, and to my surprise, nobody had a diagnosis for me. As this illness continued for months and months, by the start of this school year, I was so sick that I held a meeting with Dean Christensen requesting that I drop out of Manhattan School of Music. But instead of letting me give up my degree, Deans Christensen and Jensen accommodated my health, allowing me to earn my degree today. And that's when I learned a trick for navigating all of this uncertainty. You find your people, the things that give you joy, and the constants wherever you're at. And you rely on those 3 things. Now, I want you all to take a second to reflect. I want you to think about your time here at MSM. Who did you lean on? Was it your friends that you're sitting next to right now? Was it your family that's up in the balcony today? Or was it teachers or staff members that are all around us today? Your people are in this room right now to celebrate with you, and I think I speak for all of us when I say that we would not be here today without our people. Can we please give it up for everybody who's made today possible for you? think about how you've grown since you've arrived here and what you've learned. I learned how to solo and play in a big band. I learned how to build and maintain some of the most important relationships of my life. I learned not to have more than one basket of tater tots from expat. I learned that once so you didn't have to. Now, take a deep breath. Be proud of yourself. The fact that you are crossing this stage today, some of you, for the first time in your life, is remarkable. And while there's so much uncertainty that lies ahead after today, there is one thing that I am certain about. And it's that none of us will be alone in this life because of the Manhattan School of Music. So congratulations, class of 2024. Celebrate today, and thank you.